Welcome to the EcoCampus guide to measuring your Scope 3 water consumption and treatment emissions in Carbon Manager. Where possible, use meter readings for individual buildings. If you have submetering on some buildings and not others, in addition to a meter for the entire campus, deduct the consumption recorded from the submeters from your whole site consumption and use the remaining figure for the whole site for the buildings you do not have submeters for. For sewage treatment, the amount sent for treatment will be anywhere between 95 and 100% of your consumption. You should follow this diagram to work out how to estimate the volume of water sent for treatment. Don't forget to add any grey water, groundwater extraction or water from rainwater harvesting to your total water sent for treatment, unless you know for certain it does not return to the sewage undertaker, which is usually the water supply company. So here's some example data from the fictional Wessex University for their Arkwright student halls. Just to set the scene, let's assume that they have rainwater and grey water harvesting facilities and the halls were relatively recently built. In this instance, we have quarterly meter read figures allowing us to work out consumption for the year. As per the HEFCE guidance document, water sent for treatment is considered to be 95% of the water consumption. You may need to speak with your supplier to get their figure and take into account any trade effluent consents. Total treatment is the calculated treated water plus the additional water sent back to treatment from the grey water and rainwater harvesting. If you do not send this water back to the water company for treatment, don't add on this volume. To create the water scope in Carbon Manager, click Tools, Energy Scope Editor and click the Create Custom Energy Scope button on the right hand side. Type in HEFCE Scope 3 into the Energy Scope name field. Search for the Other category by clicking the Category column heading and select the water supply and water treatment carbon sources. Finally, click Create Scope. You can now go to the Data Manager screen and select your HEFCE Scope 3 water scope from the drop-down scope list in the Carbon Sources menu. Click the relevant source for which you want to enter the data for, in this case, water supply. Select the correct site from the drop-down list on the right-hand side, in this case, Arkwright Halls. You should then click the pen icon, ensure you have the correct year and unit selected, and enter your data. If you have a yearly figure, spread it over the corresponding year. Finally, click Save.